This is Pax, and I've got kind of a whole mess of things going on here, but basically, we got a little base going. Working on the food part now. It's kind of a weird, somewhat derpy of a game, but yeah, basically, you collect your loot. As soon as you do that, then they know how to cook. So they kind of go full retard for like a hot minute, but eventually they get to here, start cooking. And again, if you want to, like, so for example, alright, if you want to manage any of the stuff that you've got, you tab out, and then basically from here you've got your inactive soldiers, soldier management. And you can kind of do this in a number of ways, but you can right click onto them, and then you can kind of see all their different talents, like things that they're good at, which in this case, that one's good at gathering, so I'm having it gather, but certain strengths, so like for example, this one's good at cooking speed, we're going to reassign them. So what you do is you assign work by left clicking on them, and you just basically say assign work. And then from here, you'll have all of your options as to what they can work on. I'm going to tell them to go here and then lock them to the kitchen. And that's just going to prevent them from bouncing around. And then literally all you do is back out. And within a matter of seconds, they'll be back to work, making food. Now, admittedly, some of this stuff is just too derpy that I don't even know how to explain how derpy. But this is, it's kind of how the game is. But anyway, so between the food hall and all of that, you kind of want to make sure you do this right from the get-go. Now, these buildings in particular, they're great for getting like your early tier 2 resources, so you can basically manage your outputs. And in here, you can view it, and basically, you'll notice that, basically you can get that output going. Now, obviously, you need to have somebody assigned to it, which is why I built a lot of barracks pretty quickly, but to get to that point, you also need a lot of soldiers. And so I've got a lot of these tier 1 soldiers that, yes, they get low on stamina and they complain and yada yada yada. And when that happens, you just kind of have to shrug and keep going. But to get more of them, actually expand, grow, yada yada yada, alright? We are going to go on the shuttle. And here is where you get to kind of decide, like, who exactly you want to bring, because they all have different classes, as well as health and different things that they have to offer. So in this instance, I'm going to use these two. I'm not really too crazy about doing anything else. Of course, you can obviously add a starboard ship, a port ship, and then there's even vehicles that you can add in the game. To give you kind of an idea, I guess, most, if not all of the game is held pretty much in a couple of buildings, but the main one is actually this research center here. So you've got inside the research tree, you've basically got wood harvest plant, resource transportation, warehouse center. Basically, if I had to dumb this down, though, this game is very much like Conan Exiles, and at the same time, it's also not. Like, it's uniquely different from that standpoint, because you've got, like, obviously, you can go in here once per day, you get to pretty much interrogate, and you can shock them once per day, and then you get to sweeten them up once per day. And pretty much from there, you can then turn around and turn them into peons that you can then have do all these tasks. Obviously, yes, there are, like, some things in the game that are kind of funny. Like, for example, I haven't got the research yet, but you can actually get a gallows. So that there's a thing like that in the game. There's also, like, other stuff, like, I will have to see as we get to tier 3 and higher. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and just jump into a shuttle and kind of give you an idea. So right now we're in Elysia. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. With any luck, it'll be kind of entertaining, but, I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of find out and see what happens, in the grand scheme of things. It's kind of one of those benefits. So like right now, right out of the gate, this is their frontier base. Now, you can usually want to grab shock reactors, because between shock reactors, capture rounds, which is also something I should have probably brought with me if I wanted to like actually get stuff. But right now, my main focus is actually on these abandoned resource caches. Anything that can give me resources. Oh, I missed. Oh well. There's little mini games like that in this. You want to try and hit it, obviously, in the middle. Like here's a research fleet, so we're gonna go ahead and take a shot at them. Let's ask them for help. Oh, hello, our ship was robbed. Do you happen to have any spare guns we could use? Sure. I will give you a spare gun. Here is a SMG. Choose a core fragment. Sure. Okay, so now we've got some alloys and these planets here. We're gonna go check those out here in a minute. But one thing that I actually forgot, which we'll go back here real quick. Let's go get some capture, and I'll actually show you how the capture system works. We'll just go ahead and murder these people real quick. At least so you can kind of get an idea of what this is like, because from my standpoint, it's uniquely different. So, it's kind of like a run and gun. This is why I said it's the base management and stuff like that kind of reminds me of Conan. But at the same time, this run and gun that we've got here, this is where this goes into like almost kind of like a, wouldn't really call it Unreal Tournament speed, but it's definitely a little intense, especially at higher levels. If you're under leveled, you'll actually start to feel the heat. But for the most part. Kind of run and gun here. Of course, they have these, which you get pretty familiar with right from the get-go, but they're core fragment pods. And they're just like basically little abilities that you can get, so like we'll get crit rate. So we might need that. Okay, so they're all happy. Kind of get these guys out of the way. Gotta run over here. You basically gotta go where the game be like. So it pretty much drives the directions. Alright, so like here's the boss. Which probably won't die right away, but might be able to get close, I don't know. And they're dead. Okay. And so here we got extended magazine. Obviously these carry over, so like as you pick up more stuff, you get stronger and stronger. We're gonna run over here and go collect whatever this is real quick. I want to get loot. So there's a shot cores. And then that's pretty much it, so I'll just bounce out of here. But I can kind of show you more about like what I meant by capture points and such, because that's kind of a thing. I'll show you. I'll just run back to base here. And sometimes it's better to kind of go back and forth, especially if you're starting out. Just from the standpoint that if you get too crazy, like if you just keep running around, you'll eventually run out of, well, not only resources, but you'll actually get yourself in positions where it's just, it gets increasingly more difficult. As more and more people just kind of flock in. Alright, so obviously, yeah, they'll kind of warn you, oh, hey, by the way, you got this unlocked, and yada, yada, yada. One thing we're going to do here, grab that stuff. I always remind you to kind of, once you actually get the transport station, you kind of want to make a habit of actually going up to here and collecting, because otherwise they don't actually, at least not that I have found yet, they don't automatically, like, just wake up and be like, oh, I've got food. Like, they don't know that until it's in your inventory, which... The other thing, too, is you notice the social hours I have is kind of long. I could go in here and adjust that just by going to policies. And then in here I can issue a directive that says, you know, hey, you guys don't get to stop working for 20 hours. And issue the directive. And voila, the subrequisito declares that you all have to keep working for 20 hours. As opposed to, like, you know, 16. Now, the reason I do that between runs is because of that overwork mechanic. You don't want to overwork them, because if you do that too much, you'll piss them off. And then, well, then you have an entirely new problem. So you kind of have to manage not only their temperament and their loyalty to you, but at the same time also how much food they have. And all of that's kind of up in the upper right to kind of give you an idea of what you're dealing with, but... For the most part, that's where a majority of that headache is actually controlled at. It's actually here. Now, of course, I can do temporary assignment, which you can summon your Sojo to the current task, and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, cool. The one thing I am kind of always actively looking for is, like, what upgrades can I do next? So, like, here I can bring this up to 4. If I get, you know, all of those ingredients all in one spot. So obviously I have enough. So we'll go ahead and do it. And just like that, ba-boom. And it goes up a tower higher. Now I could always do the same thing over here. Upgrade it. And now it's a little bit higher, and you just continuously add to your... And that just increases the number of people that you can basically imprison, which... Obviously the more people you can capture, more things you can do. Now, going back to that, to actually capture stuff, you actually have to go in here and craft what is known as the capture bullets, or capture rounds. Now, like here, we did get a blueprint for the non-SMG, so if we wanted to, we could actually produce it now that we have reactors. This is where you're, you know, as I was saying earlier, this is where that stuff becomes kind of naturally useful. So like here, we can produce it. All the while we're out doing that, we can also have them craft these and do, like, you know, produce however many, but obviously you need tendril logs to be able to do that. So right now the biggest issue that we have is I actually just need more tendril logs in general, and I've got most of my workforce actually gathering food, which at this point I think we're probably safe to say it's probably okay to quit gathering food now. So I'm just going to go into logging management, and then I'm going to basically select the ones that I need to be doing that. So we'll just grab Melissa, move her. We'll grab... What else can we move? Probably Jace and Angela, and probably... So it looks like... yeah, it's pretty much most of the... And we'll lock them all to this task. And then while they're doing that, we'll make sure we've got someone over here picking up. So here they're at the resource transport station. Let's see. I believe everybody's set up the way they're supposed to. And of course, you know, like right now it's sleep, so you can just sleep once you get to the command center. Then once you're done and you sleep, then these guys should, in theory, pretty much go at a rapid fire pace to what we need them to do, which is obviously produce as much as possible. Now, like this here, I can claim it, but I'd actually be curious if... So they're all gathering, logging. Let's see, what can we adjust on that? So they're logging, they're gathering. I mean, that's okay, I guess. But this is so derpy, though. I love it. It's just too derpy. Meanwhile, well, yes. Is that a bug? Absolutely. But it's amazing. From the standpoint that it's fairly silly. Now, obviously, yes, you do have to pay your soldiers with cred chips, which means that 54k that I have is another dwindling number that I have to kind of maintain. It's kind of what prevents you from, like, sitting in your base all day long. But at the same token, you can see I've kind of got them all trying to log. At this point, it's just a matter of time before eventually we'll have all the logs we need. And, you know, it's one of those things that you can kind of tackle it however you want, but one thing that you can do is that, let's say at any point, like, so like here, I can go ahead and craft this manually while I've got them all kind of going around, getting everything else up and ready to go, that eventually I can just, you know, oh, okay, I'm fairly comfortable where I can just kind of let them auto run, and then we can actually start training once we get enough units. And one of the problems too is it's like you can approach this a couple of different ways. I'm going to go with quantity rather than quality after the get-go, because it's just easier to get quantity started and then refine and get quality as you go along than it is to try and, like, right out of the gate start trying to do quality and refinement, because it's just going to be a massive pain in the butt to do it any other way. Obviously, to get capture runs, I recommend you have at least 30, because these really honestly work just like it does in Battle. They're basically nothing more than what I would describe as, like, yeah, they're basically just like power. Like, it's a drop chance type situation, and you gotta roll the dice basically however many different times. So it's both kind of annoying, but also just kind of a feature of the game. There's not really a whole lot to it. But at least for the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build at least a couple of these. Hopefully we'll have enough logs by the time I actually turn around that we can just turn them off logging and then have them build nothing but capture rounds for, like, the next hot minute, and then we can go gather and capture us a bunch of prisoners and go on a capture spree. Now that we have a new NAT SMG that we can use, which I should probably mention. So if you ever want to acquire weapons, you press I, and then in here you just set what your weapons are. So like here, I can just set it to SMG. And then if, I want the assault rifle, then I can set that as my secondary. And then if I want my third to be the nebula, it's easy enough. Obviously your armor's set up here. You can also go in here and set up your exosuit and all that jazz, so you can change the way your exosuit looks and such. And then obviously you do get to kind of choose your troops and such. And there's lots of different, like, you know, obviously blueprints and stuff like that you can grab. But I'm not going to super worry about any of that. But like anything, the game is kind of it's got its own set of bugs. This is probably the most derpiest thing. Is it's like they'll go gather and then you go up here to grab it. And the only reason I'm doing this, mind you, is that there's not like a logic from resource transfer station that I can find to warehouse right now. Like, there's not like at least not that I can tell. Now, I could be wrong. I have not seen it, where basically it stockpiles here, but then it's not transferring the inventory where they can get access to it any other way. So, like, you just wind up having to come up here, pick it all up, which automatically throws it in your inventory, and then they can access it in the food hall and so on. It's like the only quirk that I've found with the game so far that is kind of like, okay, a little weird, but whatever. But the main thing is the soldier upgrade, because this is where we can actually get some of these up to tier 4. I mean, right now I've got a handful, but eventually we'll want to get them up to higher tiers so we can actually make full advantage of all the other skill trees. And of course, I'm imagining at some point, like, this output for the deep drill tower and the wood harvest plant is inevitably going to be a necessity when we start to run out of the resources around us. But we're just not quite there yet in the early game. And I don't know if it changes in a radical way yet, but I don't know. And it's just like, right there's like 21 right out of the gate. And then, like, here we could even go into construction mode to kind of move around. One thing I have not built yet is actually a treatment clinic, which I'm just future-proofing myself now, because I know it's going to happen, that we're going to need this. So we're just going to go ahead and build that right there. Let's see. Aside from that, though, I don't think we're going to need more than one weapon center unless I start mass producing something for some mysterious reason. Now, since it is a new day, I think we can actually interrogate these guys again. So, like, they'll be wavering. At this point, we should be able to indoctrinate, and just like that, voila. So they're pending recruitment. We'll do the same thing here. It's basically kind of the same. You'll see sometimes it's a little different. And then here I can either refine, if, for example, I had organic refinery built, which I have not yet gotten access to. Some of these units take a couple days, though. But eventually you'll get them unlocked, and then, like this one, I don't know where, I can't remember where I picked them up, but there's, like, a variety of these different type of units that you can find, which are kind of cool. The further into space you go, the more weird it's going to get, though. Because you'll also have, like, super giant versus little people. So there's no in between. It's like you're either going to find a 10-foot giant or you're going to find a bunch of itty-bitty people. But they all come with their own advantages. So it's a good thing and a bad thing, you know? Having said that, though, something else that I kind of recommend, especially if you're just starting, is you also want to kind of pay attention to the, well, so like here, if you ever kill one, it's kind of funny. It'll actually tell you that, oh yeah, you electrocuted him to death. Oh, like, oh, whoopsies. But of course, you know, anytime you've gotten prisoners and stuff like that, you just very quickly load it up. But where I'm getting at with this, though, is that usually you want to go to the leader's agenda, because this will tell you kind of briefly, like, not only in your upgrades, but your craftable items, craftable armor, craftable weapons, research. This is primarily where you can get a majority of whatever it is that you're doing done fairly quickly. Right now, I'm going to have them just kind of go at it, and they're going to eventually acquire all the tendril logs I need to eventually turn around and actually get a really large, substantial amount started. I want to have enough that I'm not actually having to actively think about it anymore. So we're just going to kind of let them hammer that out until it gets to the point where it's kind of ridiculous. And one thing I can do is, like this, I can pick this up. We can actually change what they're cooking, but based on what they're cooking, we have to have, you know, the different items. So like right now we've only got bitterroot, but we need, you know, this item or that item to produce this to produce that, so on and so forth. Eventually, I think the greenhouse is probably where I get these higher quality foods, and that's just gonna help build their loyalty and such over time. But this right here, this is a much needed increase, because we're gonna need something to repair our troops as we go into battle, and I don't want to just jump into this without having this built. Just from the standpoint that it can get kind of problematic if you don't have any way to heal them. So here we can actually see who's in the allocated beds. I shouldn't ever really need to go in here and upgrade this again for a while. It only really becomes an issue when you're, like, if you had not built that and they went into space and you lost them, then yeah, without the bed, it's kind of not good. But having said that, we're gonna go into here real quick. We are gonna have this set to stock mode or continuous. Let's do stock, and let's do like a stock of like 50. That seems like a good amount. And so they'll eventually, let me see if I can. Let me think here. How do I want to do this? Probably manage. Let's grab Melissa, because she's basically the gorillas. Or Melissa, you know, Melissa, the one and only. Of course, they also have relationships between each other, which is also a different thing. So there's like morale level, fear level, like there's a lot of different factors that obviously mirror this is kind of a, yeah, lots of different. Again, going back, you know, you always want to go in here and assign them. I'm going to unassign her from that, and I'm going to have her work on the weapon research. And I'm just going to lock her to that for now. And have her work on that. And in the meantime, I am going to go and unlock all the other ones that are logging, so I'm just going to make sure that they can kind of float around, and they don't necessarily have to do that now. So there's not, like, any issues in the other buildings. It's obviously prolonged period of time. It's not really helpful, but deep drill, gathering. I'm thinking probably ought to, just for fun. You can also rename them, which is kind of nice too. Which is kind of cool. Like, you could go in there and rename them. So if you wanted to go in there and be like, oh yeah, no, you know, I'm on the stream, I'm going to give them this character or whatever, like, you could do that in theory. The big thing here is gathering speed and cooking speed. I'm thinking we probably ought to have her do cooking, actually, because that's not bad. 84 isn't a bad amount at all. So we'll have her over at kitchen with... We'll just kind of leave them both cooking, and then we'll keep the speed up. And this one... It's gathering, but... yeah, it's just gathering, so that's fine. We'll leave them on gathering. We'll just kind of set that up, and it should be pretty much set and forget at this point. So... At this point, I just need the capture rounds, really. I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. It just takes a substantial amount of capture rounds to get where... And I say that because it's like, in my experience, it's... You don't want just like 5 or 6. You want a pretty substantial amount of capture rounds. Like, you're going to go through them pretty quickly. I can't think of a time where I didn't use at least like 10 or 15 of them. It's one of the only items in the game that I would argue you probably need at least the 20 or 30 of when you're going around, because you're going to pick up a fairly substantial amount of captures if you're trying to be quick about it. So like here, I can probably even upgrade this if I wanted to. And that fully upgraded and do the same thing over here. And that way, we've got as much as we can possibly throw. Let's see. Probably need... Yeah, see, I can only have 2 at the moment. So that's something else that we can adjust and tweak. But I'm not in any hurry, so it's no big deal. Just gonna let them keep doing that. So we got 7 so far? Okay. Grab those. And while they're doing that, they're paused. Well, they're just talking, I think, aren't they? Yeah. So, one of the things you can do, too, is if you don't want to, like... Again, that is such a weird thing to have to do, but anyway. So in here, we're just gonna store it. Of course, we got the seeds. Don't need the logs. Don't need that. Just put all those in there, and then, of course, if we ever come back, and we're like, oh, yeah, I want to do this, or whatever, it's all right there. And we shouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, so yeah. Looks like, almost got mining done over here, actually. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. That shouldn't take terribly long. So we'll go ahead and get this done. By the time we turn around, we'll have the capture ends ready for us, and then once we've got the capture ends, we can go out and actually go capture us a bunch of workers. Kind of get this up and running. Alright, let's see. Side advice, research speed. Yeah, so that's another thing, is that it's during social hours, they'll actually, well, sometimes they'll bicker between each other, but they'll also do other things. It's kind of a interesting dynamic where they'll actually try to learn from each other, too. Or otherwise bicker, depending on what they're... Notice that they're not totally right out of the gate, like, they all have their own minds. different age too. So there's that, which is something I haven't really explored yet. I haven't really seen like how it interacts with the game, to be honest. So we'll look at that here in a bit, but okay. And then now that we have that, we can get that constructed. I'll leave that there for them to work on, and then let's go grab those captures. So just run over here real quick. And there's like 11. It's enough to kind of get the point across though, so we'll run over there real quick so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so jump in here. Now we got a port ship, so we can actually throw that on, and what that allows us to do is actually bring more. We can bring in another one if we want to. Since we've kind of got like a medic, that might be handy. Tracking missile. So some of them have abilities too, which is kind of a nice little feature. Of course, there's also some that have like certain abilities. So we'll bring Nyla if we can. Oh no, I guess not. Can I bring them? Okay, I can bring him. So it looks like what? Kind of limited to the robot. Is that it? That's interesting. How does it determine? Does it determine? Well, whatever. Anyway, so we'll bring him along, and we will go out to Elysia. Hey, hello. Hello, hello. So yeah, I'm so far enjoying the game though. It's not bad. Okay, so now at this point, let's see if we can't go pick us up. So like, if you go to these planets are kind of unique. So every now and then you'll actually run into like this one. This is where you can actually buy stuff. It's like here, if I wanted to, I could buy like a blueprint for food or pick up different beans, or if I wanted wheat, you know, and stuff of that nature. I feel like of all of these, the ones that make the most sense are like the seeds and such, because when you're starting out, I would imagine that doesn't seem that important, but recipes, that kind of thing, we might as well pick up one or two of those. I don't feel like we really need to worry too much about the other ones. So we got a lot of bitter fruit as it is, so we don't really need to worry about that. Of course, you can also turn around and sell stuff too, which is kind of a neat factor, but as you can tell, they don't give you as much in return, so it's eh. Like here's a Scourgeborn intelligence post, so we can grab some stuff here. And this will give us a chance to kind of show you the capture system, because like I said, it's very much like Battle World. It feels a lot like Battle World to me, personally. The way it works is kind of weird. Like, so just run over here real quick. So I press F, and then this is what I mean by that. Like, it's like sort of iffy. Sometimes they'll capture, sometimes they won't. But like that one, captured. And then that's really about all there is to it. Let's see. Oh. And other times, you know, if they're too weak, like they're level 1, level 2, like this, they're just really easy to kill. So it's... captures are pretty easy to do. But it's also entirely dependent on that's what you want to do. If not, not a big deal. Yeah, let's get hit rhythm. Alright. Which, by the way, those are just nothing more than, like, abilities. But while you're out and about, they pretty much stick with you, which is kind of nice. Q, in this case, is healing. G's grenades. So, like here, that's a sniper right there. We could probably grab him. And voila. I always try to kind of get them half health. I don't know if there's really any logic to it, though. Because I've seen where, like, the higher level they are, the harder they are to capture. So, like, we can grab a lot of these, but, like, say, like, how this guy's a big boy. And show you what happens if you just shoot a big boy. So if you just shoot him, right? It's like 0.01. But if I gun him down a fair bit, it appears there's like a little increase to that capture rate. That's noteworthy enough that you notice it. Let's see if it... Sometimes it doesn't matter, though. Let's see if we can't get a little luck here. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Come on. Oh well. Sometimes it's just not worth it. Other times it's just a pain. Okay, so here we've got alt fire into an electric shock or consume no ammo. I'd rather consume no ammo. Just SMG just gets a little prone for that, so I'm gonna grab all this stuff. Alright, yeah, should be good. So we'll just bounce out of here, but just like that, we got a couple captures, and then we'll just... Obviously, we could run back, but I get greedy. We're gonna go capture more. It's part of the fun, so... We can go to the alloy factory, or we can run to this area over here. And the other thing, too, to watch for is where the decisive battle is. This is actually probably the coolest thing in the game, and I'll actually show it to you. I'm not as worried about it, even though I've got, like, level 3 guns. Because right now, the enemy strength bar, as you can see, is going to level 3. Then it'll go to level 4. And then it'll probably get to level 5, maybe. Okay. This is like 90% of the game's coolness factor. Because this is where you run into like everything from like full on like tanks to like it's crazy. Like this is where it gets actually crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and attack. But obviously in this case it's like, oh, your expedition progress needs to be over 100%. So then it's not gonna allow me. Which is fine. We'll just go over and we'll mess with other areas. I'm just gonna pick up stuff while we're on our floating around. Obviously, try to get all the loot we can. But 9% of that's like a minigame in and of itself. It's just like, oh yes, loot, and then go by. The planets are kind of hit and miss, but we'll just kind of work our way back. You know, like anytime you get to alloys and stuff like that, that's where you run into potential like enemies and such, but these planets are usually going to be anything from, you know, oh, do this, do that. I'm not going to do that, so we're going to run back to our frontier base since we're at level 6, and we'll take what we got. Just going to drop it off, and go rinse repeat. And that's really kind of most of the game loop, without like getting too crazy one way or the other. Which is, you know, not what you expect. But one of the things that we are almost certainly going to benefit from is we've got all this stuff. So we got some core fragments, and then we have all this junk. You'll okay. So this, oh, they're overworked, I don't care. Cry me a river, I do not care. Walk until you're bleeding, I do not care. Alright, and there's a bunch of loot. So let's see here. So now we've got a bunch of prisoners, so we should be able to pry more information out of them. So we're fixing to do this anyway. Let's see. Electron? No? Electron? No. Okay, so we're not really getting anywhere with them, so shocky shot. You can kind of just click through it though, and press E. So you don't like have to watch the entire thing if you don't want to. So that is a factor. Like if you don't want to like listen to them complain, you don't have to. It's just kind of a feature. Okay, so There's some more of those captures runs that we needed. No, those are type 1. I imagine probably get higher quality ones. We can just do that from the building research. So like here we can actually, we can get the gallows. Probably get that going. Probably get an exterior of that, and we'll just kind of get those going. Of course, if there's any free workers, which by now there's probably not, but I don't know. Never can be too sure. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I could upgrade this, but yeah, we've got that pirate destroyer now, which is kind of an interesting idea. Could also get the ship tech and get our core fragment band count up. We need more of the alloy to do that. How are we doing over here? It looks like we're doing okay. They're kind of doing their thing. Let's see, what do we have out there that we would need at this point? Not really anything, it doesn't look like. So it's mainly probably weapons at this point. Between that and food. Grab a couple rounds there. Let's see. So what do we have? The bows, obviously the SMGs, but yeah, there's not really anything of value there. But over here in the armor tab. Second chance. Leaders knocked down in combat, you can use this to automatically. Oh, interesting. There you go. I don't really have any need for that right now, but it's a nice thing to know. Yeah, we can do that. We can get that research. Why not? One of the things I was wondering is can I think I can. I have to have them. I've got to have existing ones in order to be able to do that. So, like, if I wanted to upgrade it, I could sacrifice someone like who, like these. Okay, so like this one, for example, I could sacrifice another standard. I could re-sacrifice, like, so I can imprison them if they're human. Interesting. I wonder if that's a factor, or how that's determined. Either way, we'll do that. So now there's 2 out of 4. Yeah, and then we can just continuously do that. Like, that's easy enough. So now I have the 3 captives. Obviously, I gotta wait until those are receptive, so there's not really much I can do about that. Okay. And there's not really anything here for me, so we can go back to space. Oh, cool. We've got our pirate destroyer. Who can I bring on this now, I wonder? Got like a little bit more I can add on top of the flagship, port ship, and the starboard ship. So it's like, in a way, you can kind of get away with adding more, which is kind of nice. But obviously, in this instance, I don't really have. I don't know if it makes any sense not to, though. Bring that one and maybe an island. Oh, no available slots. Yeah, okay. Put this one. We can do that. Okay. Cool. Alright, that'll do that. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. So, at this point we need alloy and we need chips. So, reactors we're doing okay on, but as far as the world map is concerned and the expedition progress being have to be at 100, which means it's got to be over level 6. So we're probably talking 10 or 15. Because it's kind of in that direction, I think we'll probably just move that way. Just pick up while we're floating around. So every now and then you'll run into a ship like this. These caravan ships, you can actually attack them if you want to. This is kind of fun. You can just, you know, be like, oh, okay, hello. Take me to your leader and give me all your loot. Okay. And like I said, you can... Come on, capture. Capture, damn you. Oh, damn you. See if we can get a shield master to do that. Come on. Capture. Just capture, damn you. Come on. Capture. Come on. You want to capture. You little bastard. Stay put. Capture. I said capture, damn it. Okay, you're stubborn. I get it. Capture. Okay, there's one. This one ought to take a hot minute, but we'll get him too. Okay, so we got like 2 of the little shield master dudes. Let's see, what do we got down here? At this point, kill them all. Let's go with this. Alright, there we go. Clear these guys out. Oh, hello. I'll knock you out, knock you out. I'm gonna heal a little bit. Okay. Oh. You big mama jamma. You're a real big mama jamma. Hold my ball. Well, I wonder if we can capture you, I wonder. You'd be worth it. Capture. Capture. Might be a piss poor chance, but damn it, come on. Give it to me. You may argue, but you will be captured. Your resistance is futile. You will submit to my demands. You will be captured. And like that, voila, we have captured him. Okay, easy peasy. Alright, I'll grab this one here. Yeah, I'll probably grab that. Alright, so now we got one of the bigger Bama Gemmas. Nice thing is that that's just a tier 2 one, but the Shield Masters. And then this guy, weirdly enough, he's human, and he's just a normal plain Jane. There's not really a whole lot to him. He seems scarier than he actually is, which is fine, but still. Okay, so now we need to go to the work exchange here. Sometimes these places you can actually pick up people too. So like here we can just buy a person if we want to, but we've got 40k, so kind of want to be careful about who we buy here. Gunfighters I feel like are kind of iffy. I really want to pay attention to more than anything like what their skills are, because if anything, what their carry load is, what their mining speed is, that's really where things begin to matter here more than anything. And what I'm really lacking right now is kind of somebody that can handle everyday tasks, and this guy here is pretty good for that, so we'll grab him. I really need another gatherer. This one would be good for mining and construction and carry load. He might be a good miner, but that's really about all. I don't really have any others in there I want that bad. Okay, so here's the alloy that I've been looking for. We'll go grab alloy. And we'll hit all the alloy. We will hit all the alloy. And we will kill and take captures. And take it all for the great glory. Alright. Lego. Alright. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, well. F that guy, I guess. Alright. Whoa. What do we got over here, I wonder? Nothing? No? Yes. Yes. You haven't even seen alt fire yet, have you guys? Been so one finger shooting. You can actually even control, like you can tell them to, you know, follow to close follow, for example. As you can tell, it's a little bit more directed. Great for distance, but if you're just like up close, this is generally how I like to shoot, but you can get up close if you want to. Let's see if we can. Oh, whoops. Gimme. Gimme. Don't argue. Gimme. I said, you are mine. You have no choice. You will give up your soul. You have no choice. No, I told you, you have no choice. Do not resist my will. I will kill you for that. Meanwhile. Alright. I love how you can just have a conversation with yourself, though. Gotta love it. Alright, I'll take Mark's shot. I'll pick you up. Gladiators are kind of cool, not gonna lie. Kind of cool. Don't know if I can capture you, though, maybe? Oh yeah, okay, we got a gladiator. Cool beans. Oh, you go invisible. Cool. You will be captured. You will submit to my will. You have no choice. Submit. Damn you. Making me look bad. Stop it. Bad sniper. Come on. Come on now. I know you want to. Come on. Come on, please. Please. No! Bad. We're out of captures, so. Oh well. Yeah, I'll take this. I'll take the reload. Free reload. Alright. And off to the next. But at this point, we're out of captures, so. Unless we can find capture ends and go buy them, which might get lucky. Oh, yeah, well, let's grab that. So that's another perk, is that whenever you, oh wait, I think that was that over here, but whatever. Anyway, we'll get these guys to go over at it. We'll make a 2-for-1 special. Obviously, this does get kind of difficult the higher the level they are. It's just right now this is pretty easy. Doesn't really challenge you until it really does work its way into that. We'll go overload. Alright, let's see. Let's see. There, yeah, okay, there. Try to keep them close. Like this right here is a missile tower. Before long, we should run into Yeah, there's a mech. So, like I was telling you earlier, they've even got mechs in this game. This is the whole thing. And the way I handle mechs is the laser rifle. Because you don't have to... It's not important if you miss, you just have to get it close. And just like that. It over with. And we'll grab that. This is what the alt fire turns into. Which is easy peasy. Anyway. As you can tell, it's like, you can run through these pretty quick when you're starting out. You know, the longer I go, the more difficult this is going to gradually get. So here they'll tell you kind of the coordinates, so like a food market, a grazing asteroid, a fertile asteroid. The difference in these is kind of varies. We're going to go with that one. However, now that we've kind of gotten what we wanted out of these, yeah, we can go over here. So this is one of the ones that it recommended. So you can go grab mercenaries over here. Go ahead and knock the occupiers out. Go grab all our loot. And we could make this a pretty luxurious run if we wanted to. I mean, it's not crazy difficult to get there. It's just gotta be somewhat careful is all. And as you can tell, when you get the alt fire for this, kind of ridiculous. Like, you can also pick up explosive weapons. So this is a whole thing. Just kind of fun in its own right. Obviously, once the ability runs out, then it goes back to normal, but for the most part, you can pretty much glass most people with this thing. Does like a crazy amount of damage. Entire group's just completely blown away. Main thing is you gotta go to this control point over here. Run up over here. Try to be somewhat strategic with these now if I can. I don't want to die though. At this point, I think we'll just do this. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. I just gotta capture it, which is kinda easy. Gotta get these guys out of here as well. Kinda keep them out of the way. I've never had this get incredibly difficult, but I imagine it probably could work its way to that point. Come on. Like I said, laser beam, definitely one of the better ones that you can grab. Yeah. Should be pretty much done with it now. from here we can capture A, and then should be done. And then we'll get a loot chest here. Oh yeah, void detonation. You saw it earlier. It's kind of handy. We can go back. Go grab this real quick. You don't want to completely ignore them, just from the standpoint that you can kind of add to your core fragments. So like here, I just go and grab the extended magazine. But that's pretty much all we need there. So take out all of our stuff there. Move on to the next location. And this is where, once again, we can recruit people. So, go over here. Mercenaries. Sergeant. Any news? Okay. What about the Scourge Barn? Scourge Barn are a complete war maniacs. Back when Tyrus' war machine was still intact, you can keep them in check. Okay. So this is kind of like the lore. Ursuline infiltrated Tyrus. She has the furthest sector. Okay. That's kind of the gist of that. I don't think there's really much of anything, so we can just back out of here. We got our capture, and now we're out of here. So bounce out and move to the next location. So from here, we have the choice of, we can go, looks like we have Lunara. We could go grab more chips and captures, which might be good for us. However, I'm distinctly remembering there being something over here I need, so we're gonna go this way. Also, actually, come to think of it, hold on. Let's go over here. I want to show you the battle. I really want to show you the battle. Now that we got 100% progress, I want to show you. Because that is actually badass. So this is the decisive battle. These decisive battles are amazing. Like, they are like the pinnacle of the entire game. There's so much you can see and do in this that I love this though. This is like the coolest thing. So you got like this giant battle that will ensue. Like literally. It gets kind of wild. I have to be kind of careful not to die though, because it will get that way pretty quickly. I find that laser rifle is pretty overpowered though, because you can just kind of, you can aim at a distance and kind of just knock them out. You just want to keep walking, because if you don't, those artillery blasts will absolutely glass you if you allow them to. Okay. This is where things are obviously getting a little hectic, but nothing we can't handle. Obviously, if I had captures, this would be the... Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I do. It's just... It's kind of hard to capture. I don't know if you can or not. You might be able to. Maybe. Might be able to get one. I don't know. Doesn't look like I can this time around, which is fine. But there's obviously, like, some pretty specialty units in here that you can grab. That's a tank, by the way. And yes, that tank will absolutely kill me if I allow it to. I'm trying to remember, I think it's, like, towards the top. And there's, like, a very specific... Just kind of gun through these guys. There's gonna be a lot of them though. Okay, I can get this guy. Alright, I can get close enough that I can stay there. Now we're getting damage. Just gotta get close enough. Trying to run from me though. Don't be running from me now. Oh, come in. There's another one of these turrets. Okay. That's down and out. Okay, now another one of those. That right there. This right here makes these a lot easier to kill. So I don't have to do near as much work for this explosive damage. Come on, one more. Okay. There you go. And now, I got attack. We just gun him down now. Get out of here. You just gun them out of here. Easy enough. Okay. Now we'll move our way over to the tower. And then I think for fun, let's have them loose follow. Just to make it a little easier. I don't need them this close to me now at this point. So yeah. Explosions! Okay, now I gotta kill the other tanks. And not get killed ourselves, of course. Alright, get this one. Get this one to knock him out. Hello. Knock that out. Okay. Knock him out. Oh, he's a big mamma jamma. He's immune to bullet damage almost. Oh dear. I'll knock out a bunch of these. Or try to, anyway. Can I group kill these ones if I can? Get a group kill. Not getting very lucky on these shots, am I? They've kind of destroyed our enemy forces there, didn't they? Fortunately, most of our forces are out in the distance, it looks like, so I'm doing all the heavy lifting here. And get this guy out of here. Maybe. Okay. I'll knock out a couple more here. Come on. Okay. That should keep them busy. Knock this missile tower out. Once we get to the base, that's where things actually get a little interesting. Get rid of that missile tower. Get rid of this missile tower. There's that missile tower. Okay, now get rid of that one. Okay, they're out of the way. Can't remember if you can kill those or not. Doesn't look like you can, but you can get the legs. I remember that. Get this other missile tower out of the way. Knock out a good group of them if I can. Just gonna mulch the hell out of them. Uh-oh. And there went that. Okay. Well, we got what we could out of it, but now we gotta mulch this thing. This is where we just basically gotta go under here and just shoot the living shit out of this. Oh boy. And big spawn. Big spawn. Nade. Shoot. Shoot them all. Shoot them all. Oh my god. Way too many. Shoot them all. And mulch them out. Mulch. Gotta mulch. Oh my days. There's a whole lot of them. Okay. Let's see if we can knock out one of these legs here. Come on. Okay, there's one of the legs. There's the other leg. Okay, good. And knock this one out. Oh, shit. And I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh, shit. Okay. Do damage from afar. Come on. Leave me alone, you peons. Oh, dear. Come on. Alright, I can get rid of these real quick. Knock these guys out, get a little bit of health. Okay, there's another leg. There's the other leg. Okay. I just gotta get this leg and then it is gone. Come on. Go down. Come on. Oh, come on. Up. There. It done. It gone. It did. Alright. What do we got in here? Not a bad little payout there. Not bad. Not bad. Alright. And obviously all the goodies in the middle. Gigantic payout. Get all the goodies. Alright, and like that, we got all the goodies, so yeah, not a bad payday on the chips. But yeah, like I said, that's like the highlight of the game, though, is just getting to go through those major battles. Like, that's pretty cool. But that's not the only thing. There's like 3 other universes. I'm kind of curious to see what else there is, because these little major battles were primarily what you would do during the demo. So I'm kind of curious to see what else is out there. But like there, we just picked up a bunch. Okay.
This also helps build yours. From what I understand, you get
okay.
Can be used to unlock and upgrade different tech survival.
Okay.
So to further strengthen your power, head to the command center now.
Okay. So basically, it wants me to go and do the tactical building. So I'm on Core Reserve 1. Hey, I'm a little ahead of the game. I can already tell because it's like, oh, you've already done that. Like, okay. Of all of these, I would guess. Guess we go with this. Or some flavor of this. So yeah, we've got Core Reserve, Weak Mark. I'll get Leader Inspiration and Aerial inspection's just handy. The rest of these I'm not gonna worry about. Okay. Unlock core reserve 1. Oh. Me, unable to read. Should have got core reserve. F. Can I undo what I did? No? Of course not. Well, shoot. So reset? Yes.
Excellent. The tactical
Okay.
build is complete. Here you can I await the day.
Alright, yes. Yes. Very, very good, very good. Okay, so there is in fact a way to not hurt yourself. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go with that one though. Like the other one, but I'm not going to bother. Okay, so collect all my loot, which is an enormous amount of food and junk. And then hire our new people. You are now all... You are part of the group. Yes. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Okay. I don't suppose there's much of anything I can do about that. I am gonna have to adjust the working policy, though. Otherwise, I'm gonna piss them off, I'm pretty sure. Oh, whoops. Let's do this a little differently. Go back to 16. Yes. We'll go back to 16. 16's not too crazy. Gives them a little bit of time to rest. Keeps them from being moaning, groaning. I'll grab that. Why not? Alright, so we got 9. It's better than nothing, I guess. Alright. Of course, yeah, I didn't think so. What about this? Okay. So in theory, I could probably get a couple of these running, but let's see. So far, there's not really anything there I need. Let's see. So we've got pretty much everything else taken care of. So really about all I need now is one of these to kind of kick off, but keep these guys in there. And, I don't know, can I... Oh. Didn't think so. Okay. Okay. Something here. Okay. Something here. Okay, so those are all pretty much off and going. Then we got the one little person over here. And you. Okay, so now we've got a couple more peons to actually train, probably, or get one of our lower level peons up. Let's see. So Zach Hassa. Logging speed's up, but not a big deal. Cooking speed, I don't need that, so you can be sacrificed really good. Well, that's maybe not quite what I had in mind, but that's okay. Hang on. Go back to this person. And then the sacrificed. You shall be imprisoned. You shall be imprisoned. And you shall be imprisoned. Which brings them all the way up. Interesting. So if I take you out, take you out, so just one of them I can do that. Really interesting. What about the ones that are not worth much? Like this one. And this one's... nah, he's useful. Well, so is this one. Well, they're all useful in their own way, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm not really going to sweat that. That's just a tiny little detail. Okay. Upgrade. And now she is fine. So now she's got like all those little perks. Sweet. What about this one? Let's see here. What else do we upgrade? So, I'd be kind of curious what would happen if I like made Intelli Explorer up to 16. Like if I took, and then through, but you can't because I need the higher level building. I see. So I could take Zeke and then sacrifice like one of my imprisoned, so like this gladiator or the gunfighter even, and then I throw in like one that I don't want. So do that one in, and then Zeke will turn into a handy dandy unit with a little bit more health, a little bit more of this, and a trait. I mean, sure, why not? So there's another handy dandy unit. And okay, so who else can I upgrade? I guess probably not this one. Any of the 4s are probably out of the question, but we could do Marillis, which would be probably pretty handy. And Marillis, we can do our, well, yeah, it's a little too much. That one's still too much. That one's too much. So I've got the choice of Angela, or I could just swap Camille out for. Interesting. So most of these are all kind of super, and then this one's just kind of average and everything. So it's kind of iffy from that standpoint. It's like you can take one that's really decent, or you can just. So it's not like you really get a choice here. I mean, between the 2 Shield Masters, I'm gonna say that I'd rather keep that one, so we'll just do that. Because what do I gain from having done that? New trait acquired, a little bit higher life expectancy. I mean, that's worth it. Just from the standpoint that that character is going to get used so much. Something else I probably ought to do is actually upgrade this building. So, what do I need for it? Luminite, golden resin, and logic modules. Okay. So there is a little bit of work to get there, but we'll get to the higher refined characters eventually. Who can we assign here? Gotta have her on the case, since she's got some of the highest between that and Camilla. I think these two are some of our best researchers, so I'm gonna let them handle the research task. Get her off of that task. Just kind of keep that reasonable. Yeah, it looks like I could. Aside from Q, I guess. Yeah, that's just basically, I just need to get this going. So we'll just start doing it ourselves, and we'll just gradually get there. Well, they're all kind of in rest mode, which I guess, yeah, we can't do it yet. We have to wait until Night Clock hits, which, it's not a big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Like, we're close enough that it shouldn't really matter. We'll be able to get what we need out of it. So once the social hour switches to day, then we can just press B. Alright, come on, come on. Seems like we're doing okay as far as everything else goes. Looks like we could improve the food, though. The manpower behind it. Which is fine. Always adjust that. It's no big deal. Okay. Okay. I should be able to sleep. There we go. And that'll get us into the next trying to get this going. It should go by a lot faster than both tackling it. And then we can also build a gallows, which ought to be handy. And also probably get the higher tier stuff once we actually get the building upgraded itself. So let's see, between probably that too, I guess, but yeah, now we got the gallows. We'll eventually need to get the planetary structure, and I would hate getting these. So we can decorate a little bit, but eventually we'll want to upgrade this, which it looks like we just need modules. So it really comes down to just needing modules, which isn't so bad. What on earth do we have going on here? It's kind of a whole mishmash of stuff, I guess. Just a bunch of loot. Some more capture rounds. Of course, we can also probably interrogate. So let's see. He's receptive, so he's getting there. I bet you. Alright, fantastic. We got one of them. So we got this big mamma jamma. So we got that giant character running around. I suppose I need that research done. Okay, gotcha. So I just gotta wait on the research, basically. Try to get this done a little bit faster. Okay. And there's that research. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Probably Statue of Merit, I guess. Kind of get things going the way I want. But at this point, I think if there's anything left, it'd be over here, I would think. So we've got that, so there's not really anything there. Probably research that. There's not really anything else, as far as I know, so we can just shuttle out of here, I guess. Go collect ourselves some more loot while everything else just kind of floats on by and does its thing. Alright, let's see here. So, minor resource cache, reactors. Where's the... Okay, so it's over there. Okay. Okay, let's go to the mineral asteroids. Gonna go in this area and see what we find. There's a ship. We're looking for higher tier chips though, so hopefully we can find some while we're floating around. Look for blue tier chips. Oh, okay. Dang it. That's doing a ton of damage. Looks like I can go grab this though. Yeah, we'll grab that. Come on. Quit arguing, just be captured. Come on now. Capture. Do not argue, capture. There you go. Alright. And yeah, I'll take void detonation again. Okay. Just keep grabbing those as we pick them up. We'll gradually get there. There's another one up here. We'll grab whatever this is. Eventually we'll get to it's probably in the 2 posts, I would guess. Right now these first ones are never a bad thing. We might as well pick them on while we can. We might have other buildings that require them, but... Come on. Okay. Knock him out. Knock those out. Oh, hello. Okay. Knock him out. Oh, hello. Alright. Okay. Grab the real hit rhythm. Okay. Now, this is the one thing on this map that's kind of irritating. Sometimes you have to kind of pay attention to where the walkways are. Just a little. More of a guide than it is a rule, but... What? One of the harder enemies, I'll give him that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you want to. Come on. Come on. Capture. Come on. Alright, whatever. They're not worth it. Get overdrive here. I'll come in handy. Okay. Move on to the next one. Probably start making our way over to the left. Most of the time these planets are trade stations. Or recruit stations or something akin to that. Not really. No, don't need to. I won't really buy abilities, that just seems silly. Especially when you earn them. It might make sense, I guess, if you were, like, working your way through it, I guess, but... go up here. Interstellar, capable of delivering orders across the stars, really? So I can just adjust stuff. Okay. It's kind of an interesting feature. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily need any of that stuff, so I'm gonna just kind of drive aimlessly. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Well, it's still not really the stuff I want, but that's fine. We'll knock him out anyway. Bound to get what we're after eventually. Alright. There, finally overdrive finally ended, but... Come on. Okay. And let's see, weak point, crit damage, nebulous pistol. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay. Some more chippos. Need blue chippos though. Which I imagine we'll probably get access to. It's just we have to work our way up all the way to it. Every time we... I was thinking maybe 2s, but I guess not. It must be like 3s or something. Go this way, I guess. Oh, there's another one. And, yeah, it's still not blue chippo, but that's okay. I'll take it. We'd rather all our chippos just have a lot of chips. Which never hurts. Alright. Well, hello. Probably hit this. Where are the rest? Hello, hello. Oh, gotta reload. Okay. Alright, knock these guys out. Oh, hello. Alright, and they're all dead. couple more over here. Oh, hello. Throw that grenade correctly. Oh, that... Whoa! That is really deadly. Holy moly. I don't know what the heck that is. Whoa, hello. Jeez. Jeez. Where the heck did all these come from? Oh my days. Where did all of these bad guys come from? Holy moly. Kinda catch me by surprise. Don't need troops. Relax. I have the victory. It would look like as though there must have been something I missed. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Reload. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, ow. Not that guy again. This thing is like super deadly. When he's got you in his mark, he is like gonna kill you if he does. The guy is like surprisingly very strong. Ow! Oh, that I like deserve that, but still, Jesus. This is one of the few enemies that's actually been competent enough that I would argue that this is actually challenging. As long as I don't like get in his line of sight, I'm okay, but like Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, it'd be nice to capture him, but I doubt I can. Oh, shit. Not die trying to do it. Jesus. Level 9, too. Oh, my. Come on. Nope. Ain't about that life. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. Oh well. I guess we're going you. The hell with it. Jesus. That was actually kind of hard. Yeah, we'll grab laser rifle. Still no blue chips and stuff, which kind of problematic, since if we have to key in...
Excellent news, leader. The Scourge bore coordinates.
Okay, so... yeah, I guess an asteroid would be fine, but... yeah, so now we have the option of going over here. But we're in level 7 territory. I mean, we can try it, I guess. It's gonna be iffy, but we're gonna try it. Probably not gonna be easy, but we're gonna try it. Risk it for the biscuit. Only because I'm kind of genuinely curious, like, if you can get past this universe, what else can you find?
They're converging on the center of the battlefield from all directions. We must take them down.
And in all fairness, with Overdrive, I'm kind of overpowered as it is.
Across our network, the tactical situation will deteriorate rapidly. All units standing by. Victory will be ours. Leader, Aurorian special forces reporting in. We've delivered the second chance. State issues, specially approved by the Great Mother. Please be sure to take it.
Alright, I'll go get the other one. Or try to. I've already lost my mojo. At this point, it's all gonna suck from here. Oh, Jesus. Alright, laser gun. This was the only cheese that I know. Laser gun. I can cheese them from a distance. Not gonna lie though, the fact that they have like giant laser beams, which I'd almost describe as like Dragon Ball Kamehamehas, it's kind of funny, but alright, yeah, we'll probably this one. Of course, yeah, there's some loot back here I think I didn't grab. Alright. A little bit more bullets. I get close enough to actually do any damage though. It's a goddamn mech. Of course it is. Come on. Just gotta get the damage where the damage counts. Come on. Okay, there's... There... He did.
Deploy medics with the base troops. It'll ensure safe recognition.
Oh boy. There's one of those. I gotta get rid of him fast. Get rid of these guys out of here. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Gotta get that guy all the way out there. Alright. Oh, they're mad. Okay. He's dealt with. Alright. Crit rate or reload. Yeah, let's go with this. Might come in handy. Alright, I'm just gonna knock this guy out. Is that? Oh, that's friendly. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. I got rid of this mech. Come on. Okay, there's another mech out there. I gotta kill this mech. I don't think there's any other mechs out there. Don't look like. It's like a... Okay, I'm gonna use this. Use kinetic weapons on these. Kind of keep my distance. Don't want to get near his... Oh, come on. Okay, there he goes. Alright. And what do we get? Some loot. Some other stuff, looks like. Cool. It's another major battle one. Not too bad. Okay. Now I just need to get to, I think, the third one? There's another expedition after this one, and then...
Leader, we've secured our second decisive. We have established the upper hand.
Oh,
The
cool.
interstellar route between Elysia and the next sector is still controlled by the Scourgeborn. Their cyborg overlord, known as
Mech Kong.
7X, is the nightmare of nearly every interstellar vessel.
Okay.
Defeat this sector's overlord, and Elysia will be ours.
Oh, very exciting. Okay, so next one we get some freebies. All right, so thank you for the 50 of those. All right, so
Awaiting instructions. At once.
you are enlisted, and we got some people to put in prison, and let's see, there's some social hours, so I suppose I can upgrade this yet. So these are all kind of in their own state of repair. Let's see here. Building research. There's not really a lot there that we need to do. Okay, so we've got some of the major ones, but there's a couple of other ones out there that we have not gotten. Kind of curious what those do. Alright. Oh, good. Get to the sleep. Okay. Go sign a thing real quick. Really? Stock not. Oh, alright, whatever. Alright, unified labor. Maybe adjust that, but. Okay, so now we've got pretty much all the basic ones. We can upgrade this, so this. We have that upgraded. We have. So should strike. Okay, yeah, now we want that. What else is there? Some death emission affects your base negative, base rate all soldiers plus 2. Okay. Looks discipline and a soldier allowing you to remember they think to work harder. Interaction and soldier interactions along that way require under their living conditions. Okay. So I can pretty much queue this and queue that. Got it. Kind of let them kind of get through that, through the policies. And here, building research. I guess, yeah, they've already gotten through that. So queue this up. While they're doing that, I suppose, yeah, I don't. Obtained for creating an auxiliary codex. Obtained by milestone battle. Obtained by defeating encountered ships in space. So, I wonder if that means. Yeah, it even tells you the sector, so it's actually on the next sector. So I got to get out of Elysia to be able to get to it, which makes sense. I feel like this is somewhat valuable, but I don't see how. It's like mainly for resources and that side of it, which I guess maybe I might want, but not like super high in gathering right now, so it's not like a huge priority. This, on the other hand, I know I need to upgrade, so research should be okay. It's done. So now, and now that that's unlocked, if it takes any damage, the attacker's highlighted. Nah, I don't need that. Deploys a combat position. Nope. Alright, use a shoulder-mounted flamethrower. That could be handy. Increase the chance of spread to your prime cores and appearing in fragment storage pods. I'm gonna go with this one, I think. Alright, so that takes care of that. Well, aside from everything else, so I could have an extraction gallows made. Cool. Put the gallows right on here. Everyone can see.
Morale restored. And Dakanoth.
Okay. Okay.
I am beginning to understand the forbidden meaning of
Execute soldier. Oh, cool. So I can just off a soldier at any given time. Increases the minimum fear.
day off.
Interesting. I'm guessing that becomes an issue the higher level they become. You end up having to off them to get them to obey. That's kind of an interesting mechanic, actually. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have the building of torture right by the building of celebration. Yeah, because why not? Okay, so we've got foundations. So now I can kind of like make problems like this issue go away. So we'll just kind of do that so they don't continue doing the things that we don't want them to do. Get these 1 squares out of the way. It's probably gonna be, yeah, it's always gonna be a problem, which is fine, but not really, but you know, whatever. I'll let it be. It is what it is. I will let it live. Otherwise, let's see. I'll get more from my book here. Just get it a little bit. Yeah, it's inevitable, but it's okay. Just kind of get that out of the way. Okay, there we go. At least I sure I care about that side of it. We'll probably get this fleshed out. That's a little bit wacky in some places, but like, not trying to be a perfectionist, so it's not a big deal. So build a statue. Oh, interesting. So I can actually praise outstanding soldiers. Oh, isn't that neat? Well, I'm going to praise Maurice. Yes. Maurice is outstanding. You should all be like Maurice. Okay. So that takes care of that. I do not know of these soldiers that I have. I don't really have any that I want to get rid of, so probably go get one recruited real quick and then immediately off them just to make a point.
Standing
Okay.
by for your decision. Your command is my purpose.
What now?
A new day of authorized opportunity.
Okay. Let's see here. Interrogation. Shot. Well, that didn't last. Okay. And what about the other person here? Nothing? Okay. Alright then. So then we got this one. Yeah. No, you like that's kind of cool. Alright, so speaking of that, is there? No, there isn't. Okay. So it's quite a. No. I mean, so really, Angela's kind of the only one to off here. If I'm gonna off them, it's like the only one that I'm gonna reasonably off. So there we go. You die. Yes. Well, that's huh. Yeah. It's not like a guillotine or anything, is it? Like, do they like slowly eventually fall into the? That's down. Huh. Well, I guess that's one way to get your point across. It'd be like, you know, hey, you could be hanging here on the gallows, so that could be you. It's one way to enforce, I guess, your ultimate will. Lord. Okay, so looks like I need her off of that. And I need somebody kind of tending to that. Don't suppose I can upgrade that, can I? Can't upgrade either one. Well, I guess I could probably get an expedition going for mining. So, Zeke, you are going to be a miner. That's your job. You are a miner now. Oh, the other ones I don't think are going to be doing anything spatial. Their outputs. Let's see. So at this point, yeah, it's like I can either. So I can't really make more than one of those, can I? No. So make another resource building, but not really particularly. And have up to 50 gallows. Jeez. Still, I can't believe I did that. But alright. New low in the game here. Okay, so yeah, sure, let's get that, this. Looks like eventually we'll need to get tactical bureau 3. Let's see, is there anything else over here we need? I guess I could research this. Not really any reason not to. Okay. There's not like any tactical modules there I can grab. Okay. Put most of these away. Mostly seeds and stuff, which there's not really need for. I do, however, need to probably research and craft some new weapons. Okay, so I've got some options. Okay, so let's start production of that. And let's see, what do we have in here? Skirmisher helmet? Sure. kind of get that going.
Another quota awaits correction.
Get this made. They're just kind of flying through there, aren't they? Get them doing that, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Get our gun made here. So that's our rifle. Also got a cannon. A pistol. Looks like that's probably it. Get our higher tier helmet. As far as I know, I don't even think I've got enough tier for tier 3 yet, armor. There's still quite a bit of armor research I need. But, so I think I'm mostly... might have some hand armor there that I could use, but most of that's kind of neither here nor there. Yeah, most of this is all gray tier, so I need to like go and upgrade a lot of it, but could probably craft the skirmisher bracers. Those made. Probably make blue tier knife. That made. Okay, so now this should be upgradable again? Or, actually, wait, is it, which building is that? Is it this one? Maybe it was this one. No? I forget. I'll have to go back. Tactical bureaus are already at level 3. I wonder. Yeah, there's not really like anything to research other than those options down there, at least. And I just need that, which is not really that big of a deal. That's massive. Huge. Big ass. Giant. Gunto. Okay, so got my knife. I mean, I guess from the standpoint of having had that, I do like the auto rifle though. It's kind of hard to give that SMG up. I'd actually rather hang on to it until just get to the next tier, to be honest. However, I will grab the tier 2 version of these. I guess what I'll do. I do kind of like how a lot of these characters kind of don't have like there's not like any one single design. There's just kind of a variety. Some of them are cooler than others, though. So far, I do kind of like how there's not really any telling like what you're gonna get, though, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now that's pretty much what I can do for now. Oh, hold on. Is there any body pieces that I can do? No. Okay. So that's probably it for now, so we'll just run over here. Of course, now we can actually acquire our strike forces. So at this point, we can move Zeke over here. I don't necessarily think... So we can go single blast. So who do I have here? I've got Jace, which is in first aid grenade. So I've got some with what it amounts to medical. Necessarily hate that, it's just as far as damage goes though, it's like most of these are pretty pitiful. I think compared to all of them, this one's probably the better pick there. I think the same could be said here. That droid's all that helpful. I think for what I'm doing, it's probably make more sense to do that. So, the whole team should be fairly high on the damage department, so that should be fine. But yeah, no, so this is the next zone. This is where, I'm assuming that's where things are going to get more interesting. Okay. Alright, so at this point, it really does not matter what I do, because we're just trying to get to 100% expedition at this point. So we can just pretty much kill whatever we want. Capture as much as we want.
Reinforce. Ready for correction duty.
So I'm kind of wondering how much damage this does. Kind of. Still not really as good as the Sip Close, but it's there. It's just not as effective. It's definitely for a longer range. These out real quick. Is there another enforcer? take the toxic 5 core. Okay. Okay. Off to the races. And yeah, I know I ignored the crate. Not really too worried about it, to be honest. Since we really need blueprints, that's really what we're gonna do, is just knock out all of these reactor power works. Just get all the blueprints that we don't have or need.
Squad assembled, please.
Yep, we definitely want laser rifle. Of all the ones that I could choose, I definitely won't skimp out on that, even if we could get the toxic, which I'm kind of curious as to what that's like, but... we did. And this is where we can do duration or expansion. Let's do duration. Okay. What do we have here? Anything I want? Who knows? Guess we're gonna find out. It could be here, there. Neither here nor there. We will see. Alright, let's let go.
Waiting orders.
Hello. What else you guys dealing with back here? Let's see, toxic slow, sure. Where's that? That one on. Alright. Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh, with the proliferation. There we go. Off to the next one. We'll get eventually to the end here, and we can move to the next galaxy and actually see what's beyond. Yeah, sure. Okay, why not? Let's see what we got over here. We got enough captures too. We could probably pick up a couple of the better units that we pick up fighting Scourgeborn now.
Sedition detected. Applying the standard record.
Should be pretty easy to kill now that we have proliferation though. With all those extra bonuses, we've got like some of the most deadly. Now we've got retaliation, so now we've really got pretty good toxic. Shouldn't be too much trouble to kill them now. But out of all the guns in the game though, the SMG just melts through targets for the most part. I bet the only other weapon, so like here's Void Detonation. Yeah, I'm gonna probably pick it up. I mean, I might as well. Just helpful for when you're doing sprints. But even still. So that's a bigger, better everything, ain't it? Might be able to capture this one, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if it'll let us. Come on. Come on. Capture, you sucker. I said capture. I didn't say give up. I said capture. You don't listen very well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Very annoying, but whatever. I suppose there's... Yeah, probably not. Okay. Onward and upward. Run down here real quick. Well, hello. Well, hello. Massive damage if we can. Alright, there we go. Alright. Grab that next. Mark shot or missile core. Let's get after image. Do none of the above. Alright. I move to the next one. Let's see what we got here.
Leader, it is time. Coordinates of the sector overlord have been locked. All soldiers await your final command.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, so we want to go that way. And looks like it's gonna be around level 4, which is not near as bad as like the last two runs. The last two runs have been like level 5 and 7. So I mean, as you can tell, we're not like everything we've done so far. It's not been. It's pretty easy, I think. But I am gonna be kind of curious to see what the second system's gonna be like. Oh, cool, a monkey. A robo monkey. With a backpack.
Leader,
And a Gatling
only
gun.
The last one standing ever leaves the arena.
Okay.
Wrong 7x before us. It's the bloodthirsty executioner that survived countless battles.
Alright, well, we're just gonna have to unload a whole mag into this guy, aren't we? And throw all our grenades. You know, I haven't even used this yet, but we're gonna try it. I have no idea if it works. It appears as though it does not. Oh my days. I'm like almost dead. The amount of damage is actually kind of funny, but Jesus. Little monkeys. Oh my days. Ah, don't kill me, please. Please, not. Please, I'm only on 3 health. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. Not like this. Oh, thank God. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, I gotta also remember he throws bombs. Okay, got it. And I gotta go for the backpack. And he's a bit of a jerk. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I have to run like I'm a crazy person when he's shooting at me. Got it. Learning that the hard way. I don't know if that means anything, but we are gonna shoot the... Apparently it... Okay, never mind, I don't know. Never mind. Time to use the laser gun. Laser gun. Laser gun. Oh yeah, okay, I'm pissing him off. Oh, okay, I'm really pissing him off. Okay, alright. Laser gun. Oh, gee, many crickets. Okay. There we go. Laser in the head. Laser in the face. Laser in the face. Laser in the face. Laser in the face. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not like this. Laser, please. Once again, missed my opportunity, but that's okay. I'm going to live. I'm alive. Oh yeah, he's pissed. He's pissed. He's pissed. Oh, the monkey is pissed. Oh god damn it, why is the monkey pissed? Who pissed off the monkey? Oh great, now we got monkeys with barrels. Okay, kill the monkeys with barrels. Oh Jesus, why am I getting chased by monkeys with barrels? Oh my god. What do I do? Okay, gotta kill the monkeys with barrels before they get to me and kill me. Got it. Alright, run, 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 run. Okay, alright, okay, I don't want to die. Please don't kill me. Please, please don't kill me. Not like this. Okay, blow up. Thank you very much. Okay, die, 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 die. Okay, you're not dying. Running like hell. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Die already, damn it. Die already! Die! Oh my god, that was... Okay, that was amazing.
Today, a new arena legend is born.
That was actually kind of difficult, though. That was like a little too sketchy. There at different points. But we did it. Hell yeah. We killed the monkey. Okay. Yeah, so... That was cool. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of entertaining. I like how it's got that bullet blast to it. But yeah, okay, so we got Destructive Blaster. We have a Magstorm Cannon. Looks like we got boots, and we have bracers. Which, and kind of helpful, kind of not, but that's okay. It's like we'll have to probably do another boss fight, or consecutive boss fights to get the research we need. But now we got a level 5.
You actually broke McCon 7X's undefeated record.
I don't say. Okay.
Our unification expedition in Elysia was a success. The light of
Yeesh.
our base now shines across the entire sector.
Yes.
Good.
Very good.
Your victory signal has
Ooh,
reached the
a
solar
baba.
system. I am pleased. The
Yes.
warrior's eye still needs more time.
Oh.
Urslon has already fractured ties. You must take each sector one by one before they fully infiltrate it. However,
Okay.
as the leader of a frontier base that has only just secured its foothold, I trust you know what must be done first.
Very well.
Exactly, leader. We should consolidate our strength and build steadily before setting course for Orito. The challenges in the new sector. The base has prepared the soldier training center. Yes, leader.
Okay. So I need to prepare for Orito by training the retards. Got it. Oh my. Okay. Time to go train the retards. Got it. Okay, so that's upgraded. Now I have the choice of a black hole, a whirling light blade, a shield grenade, a blood tap mark, and a tactical field architect. I'm leaning towards black hole. That'd be my next venture. I'm gonna pick one. Oh, also we need destructive blaster. I have a semi-auto that shoots pulse bombs or a mega storm cannon. I'm gonna go with the cool, fancy-looking blaster. So get the blaster made. Okay. Armor, yep. Oh yeah, we're getting that. Yep. Getting those made. Okay. Then the peons. Okay, so I can't. So I don't really think there's a lot I can do. I've already got them all up to 4. I don't think you can upgrade the peons anymore, can you? Maybe this peon can be brought to fine, I guess. Peon? No. Need like a level 4 peon. This one's good in gathering and cooking. Oh, wait. You know, kind of retarded. Need to click here. I always forget that. Okay. Don't want to mess with that one or that one. Or that one. Or that one. This one's debatable. That one's debatable. All of them, Ryan and Yana. Yana's kind of my cook. So I'm kind of leaning towards Ryan. But I got 25 of these guys. Holy moly. I mean, how many would I have to do? Jesus, Weezus. I'd have to sacrifice quite a few to get him up to... What do you get when you get him upgraded, I wonder? Wait, what? Successful pregnancy. You mean to tell me you can... I find it very confusing. Fertility. Participating in reproduction is incredibly low, minus 70%. Also, the unit cannot form romantic or sexual relationships with the Ursuline. Okay then, like, alrighty then, I don't know what else to say about that other than okay. Now that makes me wonder what other mechanics. Breeding speed. Brother, I don't even know anything about the... Oh my dear God, I don't even want to know. Not even sure where they even... I don't... You know, honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. You know, here I'm like, ah, yes, this is how this is, this and this. And then the one part where I'm like, you know, I'm just completely glossing over is like, oh yeah, by the way, you can breed your characters. Huh? The hell you mean you can breed your characters? Oh, apparently you can breed them. Oh God, why? Oh God, why? Yeah, it was bad enough. I hate to say it, it is very awkward when that is a feature in a game. And more importantly, it's like, yes, these are all humans, but we're breeding them like cattle. Ugh, like what the fuck is going on here? Okay, so, I don't suppose, yeah, I guess we can do that. I've already done that one, so, yeah, I mean, there's not like, literally, there's nothing else I can upgrade. So, to the new solar system, I suppose. Expand base forces by 10. So it wants me to improve my base forces by 10. Wait, expand it by 10 or improve it by 10? That is a very confusing question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's wanting me to add 10, but we will see. Voila. Okay, well, that one's maybe willing to talk. But the problem is if I need 10 of them, I'm gonna have to go farming. I do not have enough peons. However, maybe I can put on my new armor. Like, no, I gotta go pick it up. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I have to do that? Of course. Why wouldn't I have to? Okay. Give me my new fancy armor piece, please. Thank you very much. Okay. I am now intrigued. How does one... I need to know. I'm in the need to know phase of this game now. Because apparently they can be bred, so how does that work? Like, huh? What do you mean they can be bred? What are you talking about? Okay. So there's relationships between each other, which the majority of them being female doesn't help me here, I don't think. Of course, conveniently, the ones that are male, they have aversion to. I don't know why I'm shocked. It really doesn't like. I really can't say I'm shocked here. So. Alright, so this guy has affinity with. Looks like certain ones, but how do you know? How does that work? Okay, so you can control their wages and change their distribution. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So the more scared they are, the easier they are to control. Okay. Okay. It's still not answering the question, though, of, like, how does that mechanic work in this game, I wonder. So, conserve by barracks rating and name. Of course, this is just a barracks, but... Hold up. I need to go check the... hold on, man. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, so... Okay. We can get that one too, but... Okay. Okay. It sends disloyal to a law. Okay. Childhood... What? Child soldiers raised under broadcasts have a higher chance to develop natural conformance propaganda susceptibility. Huh? Okay, so it's like there is a whole thing about the games having children, so it's a thing. Still, I'm not clear on where any of that occurs, and it still weirds me out, but needless to say, here we are. This is 2026, and I am now trying to figure out how to breed my own people. What is wrong with me today? Okay, so what do we have here? So we have a greenhouse, kitchen, here's the mystery building that I've been, like, going, huh? It's a factory, yeah, it's another one of those things that we're gonna get access to once we go to the, new solar system. Oh, joy. Don't you just love it? I don't know, man. I don't know about this, but we're gonna find out, I guess. It'd be a feature, so we be finding the features. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go this way. I imagine everything's going to probably want to kick our ass. We'll have to be kind of careful, but there be the chipperoos, and I know I need chips, so we're going this way. There be my blue logic chips. Hopefully we don't get our ass kicked immediately. Hopefully we don't. I am just now realizing I did not equip my guns. Oh, this could be bad.
Ready to advance in the Father's...
Well, I guess this is gonna have to work, so here we go. Let me build. What the hell are these? I'll just start capturing these. See if we can get him. Come on. Give me. Come on. Give it to me. Come on, you damn thing. Take it already. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got one of them. Freeload, sure. Yeah, this is definitely like a different environment for sure. The enemies are definitely difficult, though. Pick up a couple of these emissaries if we can. Seem to be kind of overpowered range guys. I just wonder what happens if it... Okay, nothing. Okay. That answered a really good question that I had. Captures do not work on drones. Got it. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, okay. Come on, capture. Come on, capture, damn you. Do as I say, damn you. Come on. You are not cooperating. Cooperate. Said cooperate. Just don't cooperate. God damn it. Oh, aren't you just kind of a troublesome? Don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Would be cool, but yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Well, I got out of that alive, and at least we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. It looks like some logic components too while we're at it, so that works. And then going back to how I was telling you, one of the things you don't want to do when you're starting out is you don't want to you want to immediately go back when you're there the first time. Because if you get into the habit of like getting too dangerous, you'll lose it all. Yes I do. I just want to grab my stuff and leave. And that's okay. I don't mind resetting core fragments. It's a lot easier, especially when I've got higher tier weapons back at the base anyway, and I need to bring those next time instead of actually walking out there without them. But we did get ourselves a bunch of peons, and we also have the luxury of getting to upgrade this, so now that this is upgraded, we now open ourselves up to all of the research. So we can do all of this stuff. So collective barracks, or refinery. We've got lots of choices here. greenhouse probably wouldn't be a bad one. I'll get a skill on. Okay. Start torturing our prisoners. Alright, and into the brig you go. A bunch of these. Okay. Shucky. Indoctrinate. Shucky. Indoctrinate. Shocky. Indoctrinate. Shocky. Indoctrinate? No. Shocky. Indoctrinate. Shucky. Okay. So same routine. Shucky. Indoctrinate. Shucky. Okay. So in theory, we should get some of those eventually. Okay. Oh. Looks like my thingy thing is made. So I can grab that. And we can throw that on. Do I have a body piece of armor yet that I can wear? Well, that's unfortunate, but oh well. Okay. I'm gonna have banners. Yes. Then we can have our individual banners. Probably, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. No, over here. Okay. And put an industrial fountain around here. Yes. Yes. Plant. No, plant. There's a plant. 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 Put a plant over there. I think we're gonna put a plant right here. And a fancy plant over here. And a pretty little fountain right here. And that's the extent of my decorations. Okay, so very productive. You need 9 of the logic modules, 20 of the golden resins, and 30 of the luminites. So I've got a ways to go before I ever get access to any of that. And assuming that luminite must be the ore factory is my guess. Just like metal, yeah, so it's produced by the base wood processing. Produced by ore refinery, okay. So kind of like I thought, I just need to get the ore refineries to get to the higher tier items. Niche. Okay. While they're doing that, we get that ore refinery going. And eventually we also need that, but I think we can do that too, yeah. Get these researched up, then we'll have to build them eventually. And then we can start breeding our peons, growing into a city of sorts, which is a feature. You can grow. Breed your peoples. This is a whole thing, but I don't know. I think this is probably a good stopping point for today, but yeah, so this is Pax Autocratica. A game where you serve the Father and serve the state. And work hard and rise strong. And apparently, yeah. So anyway, that's that.